make this bigger.
The PDF or what?
No, the video.
Oh, they can see your whole screen. So
How do I?
it's full screen for them too.
I want to be able to see them too.
You probably don't have anybody with video on right now, so you can only see what they have video.
Well, there's a couple of them on there.
Do the three dots, see if you have show participants. It should have popped up by itself.
Participants right there.
No.
Oh, I just saw them earlier.
So just stop share real quick.
I said there's only one. Nobody's on right now.
Yeah. Only for comments. So you can right click down here and do rename. No, I guess Bert here. I don't know why it says Bert.
Well, I guess he's
Connected. Somebody else is
sharing.
on here. Yeah, he's on here, but he's not doing video, so it's not popping up a little thumbnail for him.
So when people get on, we'll be able to see. I want to see who I'm talking to.
They don't have to share their video.
Well, some of them will though.
Yeah. And it should pop up. It's hard to explain, but it's just like a little square you'll see.
In this it will. So I don't need to do anything.
You should need to do anything.
Okay. Okay. If I want to talk on headset, I just push it.
Yeah.
I need to make a call or two. I'm behind because of my scanner malfunction. Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome. But if it gives you any more trouble, give me a call.
Okay. Hello? 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 Motherfucker. God damn it. Hello, can anybody hear me?
I hear you.
Hey there, Marcy.
Hey Keith, how you doing?
Good, how are you? Will you talk again, please?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
Okay,
I
I'm
can hear
good.
you, but I'm muted. I
I'm
was
good. Speaker wasn't very loud. That's why I was asking. Speaker's not very loud. Hey, Marcy, can you hear me now?
I can see you too.
Okay, I'm gonna plug my headphone into my computer and trying to figure out if that's gonna work. So just one second. Tell me if you can hear this, please.
I can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear him either. Is he talking? Oh, I hear
All
him
right,
now.
well, it doesn't work on my Chromebook through my headset then. Okay, well, I learned something.
Cindy, I like your background.
Thank you. I just learned how to do that yesterday on a call through what was it? Through Designs, I think, in a command. You can change
Hey,
the picture.
Cindy, I'm gonna come right back in a second, so you
Okay,
can.
no worries. They had several different like designs where you could change your photo out, or you could put anything in it. Like if you wanted to just put writing or words or whatever. That's something new they just added to command. So
That's neat. I've played with the virtual backgrounds, but you can't, it's like I disappear. You can't see me.
so I found this out because it said that it asks you when you do your virtual background if you have a green screen a green screen. Apparently the green screen is you put a green base on the like your wall, and when you do that it like takes out all that like weird looking, well, I'm kind of like weird too. My hands kind of do weird, that virtual. They look huge too, don't they? Anyways, the green background is supposed to take all that out and like make it more of an HD look. So I don't know. It's all a little bit over my head still for all this stuff that we have technology wise. So
Well, you would know it. You're doing great.
thank you. It's definitely fun. How's everybody doing today?
Doing good.
Good. Very
Well, I did apply yesterday to unemployment. Well, I
Yeah.
called because, this wall of Oklahoma not. So I called, got my case number and the whole thing. Somebody was supposed to call me today. And guess what? They haven't called.
Nope. I'm surprised that you got through to somebody actually.
Actually, I didn't have to wait very long. I called about 4
Yeah.
and I wait about 15 minutes. But like today, nobody's called. So
Yeah. So did you get to talk to anyone about any information? Because I know a lot of people are saying they're getting the, denial, but then they get a letter where they have to submit additional information on their pay, I think is what it was. Did you get any of that information, or is that what they were calling?
yesterday, they just took my social security number, my I forget what all they wanted, my address and stuff, but then she went and talked to somebody and they said, well, this is your case number and you will get a call tomorrow. So
Okay.
I figured it would be first thing, but
Yeah.
if they don't call, I'll just go online and wait for the rejection letter.
Right. Yeah. It's a little confusing at times. just because of the they reject you, but you're still supposed to be able to get a certain portion of, I guess, the $600. So it is a little bit confusing. Well, Keith had to step out for a little bit. This class is basically just to talk about scripts and kind of review some of those. I know a lot of people say that they have a really hard time with just certain situations, handling how to handle an objection or how to, get a price adjustment. We've had some of the agents that have just started that wanted some help with maybe some FSBOs. And so that's kind of where we wanted to take this class. I'm not sure exactly how Keith has it lined out to work with you guys, but he's going to kind of go through. He's one of the best at, and here he comes, so he gets to hear me say this. He's one of the best at maintaining a schedule and following up with his leads and prospecting. So we wanted him to come in and share what he does to generate leads. So I was just actually introducing you.
There.
I can say that's all true because my office is next to his. And I hear him religiously every day. He makes those calls. So he is true to that. We are recording this, right, Cindy? I know a couple had an appointment, a couple did, but they said they wanted to come back and watch it.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I figured.
Yeah. I was wondering if I was getting ready to text you because him and I think Josiah were the two that I had on my.
Yeah, Josiah wasn't on my call this morning, but Crit was, and I asked him, and he's like, he's like, yes, I have an appointment, but is she recording it? And I said, yes, I'm sure she will.
We'll post it.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, how many people? Just 7 or 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have a huge amount. So what I've done is I've pulled 3 or 4 scripts. A couple of them are evergreen, and a couple of them are specific to what's going on right now. And anybody can use these. And they may be helpful to some folks. So I've got a PDF scanned in, and I'm going to put the PDF on the screen. I don't know if you can see me when I put the PDF on the screen. So you can
Usually
let
we
me
see
know.
a little box of you.
Okay, so can you guys see that?
Yes.
Can you see me?
I see your box up top, but it's just got your name.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this first one is a sort of a FSBO evergreen script. Okay, and the second one is, this is from Maps. This is something written since COVID started about talking to buyers who decide they want to hold off for now. Okay, and then the next script is also from Maps. I want to take your home temporarily off the mark. This last script is good for somebody that's in your database, somebody that's in your contacts, somebody that perhaps you've been in a civic organization with. I really like that one. I've been using that one recently myself. And it appears that this other script from Maps did not make it in this scan. I had a wrestling match with the scanner. So I'm just going to read that one to you. It's really good. Okay, can you hold on just 1 second? Okay, I can't find the maps one, so I'm going to use the one I've been using that I've written for myself. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I've never done Zoom where I've been the leader of it yet, so I'm still working through this. Okay. Okay, let's do this one first. Okay, so, and this is a real world situation, I believe. I want to hold off buying a house because of COVID-19. What's going on? Has anybody heard that yet?
Just a couple of times.
Okay, okay. Well, okay. So Cindy, you be the buyer, and I'll be the realtor. Okay. So, hello, Cindy. It's Keith May from Keller Williams.
Sorry, my things. Hey, Keith, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Listen, I got your email this morning about wanting to hold off your search, and I wanted to reach out to see if you had a couple of minutes on the phone so you could, tell me more about not wanting to buy a house right now.
Yeah, sure. I just, it's I'm kind of scared to get out and, get out and in houses and stuff with everything going on with the COVID.
Sure. I understand that. And, we're hearing that from some people right now. And certainly everybody wants to be safe. Yeah, I respect where you're coming from. And I want to make sure that, you've looked at a couple of things, Cindy, and you've put that in the equation of your decision. I mean, right now, of course, interest rates are at a 60-year low. Now, don't you think that that's rock bottom from all indicators of where it ever will be again in our life?
That's pretty low. Yeah, I can't believe it's that low in 60 years.
Yeah, now if it even jumps 1% back to the fives, I have some numbers for you that shows you the difference in your purchasing power. I'll send those to you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
So I know your motivation and your family situation, and you want to buy a home. If you consider to stay open to a purchase, do you want to look at some homes together virtually online? And Cindy, if you see something you're really interested in, we'll figure out a safe way for you to get inside that house. And if it's something you could consider, we can make something happen. What do you think about that?
Wow, I didn't even think about that option. We could do that.
Another factor to consider right now, there's always a possibility that there are going to be many sellers who are motivated and have to sell, and you might miss a great opportunity. If you think about it, if you're selling your property, you're serious right now. You're not just kicking tires, right?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, since we started about 2 years ago with this process and we've become acquainted with each other and I understand your motivations, I really don't want you to miss out on a great opportunity. So I'm going to be looking every day. I'll keep you set up on the auto, and thanks for being open to it. And I definitely respect your decisions going forward. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's good. Yeah. I like that. Where did you say that one came from? Maps?
Maps.
Yeah.
Is there a way that he can attach these? Or Cindy, I know you guys have done stuff before. If he emails it to you, that we can attach it to where we can get the same ones. Okay.
Keith, you can send me the ones that you do, and I'll just attach it when we upload the video.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
That is fine. So, yeah, I mean that's a good one. I mean, it shows you that you care and shows you you're being sensitive. At the same time, it shows you that you're doing business if somebody needs to do it. Okay. And then there's another one from Maps that I just got the last day or two, and it's very similar to the one I wrote for myself based on a fast track call that I was on. And, I would be doing this one every day, calling some of your main people if I'm an agent out there that's wanting to stay in this business for the long term. So, is Robin on right now?
Looks
I
like
think I am.
Okay. Okay, Robin, I want you to be the client here.
I really didn't want to participate. I'm working on an offer and listening in.
Okay. Well, who wants to participate next?
Tiara, why don't you be the
Yeah.
Be the guy. Yeah.
buyer?
Oh,
Buyer.
buyer. Okay.
No,
Your
I
offer
think
is
that's very
making your hearing bad.
no, this is not a buyer. This is just a general person in your database.
General person.
More than likely, this is one of your, I call it master sphere, or maybe a little bit more specifically, someone you've had a transaction with in the past. Okay. This is not just some random person you met, at dinner 2 weeks ago. This is somebody you have a relationship with. So, okay. Hello, Tiara. It's Keith May here at Keller Williams. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm at the office right now, and I'll tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm reaching out to folks and checking on them during this time and making sure everything's okay. Are you good?
Yeah, we're doing good. We're still working from home. You said you're at the office, so I guess you still are going in and working. You guys aren't hiding out during all this?
No, we're essential, and more people than the public believes has to move right now. And there's not many folks in the office, and I'm being careful and safe. I'm wiping down things in the coffee pot when I come in. So
Oh, good.
I feel real comfortable being here. And like I said, there's not really many people here, so it's not that big of an issue. But what I'm doing, Tiara, is I'm trying to get people matched up if they have any needs. It doesn't have to be house related either, since I know a lot of folks. A lot of people right now have more time on their hands at home, and they're doing things on their house to get it ready if they're going to sell it in the future. And frankly, there's a lot of people out there that need work right now. So I am utilizing my resources to try to match people up to see if anybody needs anything.
Yeah, that's neat. No, we've just been kind of, looking around at the house and thinking there's some projects, some painting and some things we should be doing for sure. Do you have any good people like that you could send to help us for painting or anything like that if they're, working right now?
I have 3 or 4 different painters I can send you, and I'll send an email to you here in a minute right now. I've had 2 people the last week that have contacted me about landscaping because they've been laid off and they're looking to do some things
Yeah.
to help people around the yard too. So I know you've got that big lot up there in
Yeah.
Windmill Estates. So I will send you those people as
Perfect.
well if you need some help. And like I mentioned, there are people that need to move right now, and we are doing business. You happen to have any of your friends or any of your coworkers that need help right now, Tiara?
I can't think of anyone right now, but if it comes up, I'll be sure and pass your name along for sure.
Okay, great. And we're using all sorts of technologies. So if they're not comfortable meeting together, we'll set them up to virtually meet. So take care of yourself, and hopefully we'll talk again at a better time and we can physically see each other next time, right?
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for the call.
Okay, doke. See ya.
Bye-bye. That wasn't painful at all. See, we can do it.
Yeah, and I'd be wearing that one out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go do different variations. You can ask them how their dog is doing. I mean, all sorts of things. The maps one, the one that didn't make it into the PDF, it gets a little more detailed, but I've generalized it a little bit. And again, you're calling people that you've generally done business with, so it's a lot easier. Let's see. Okay, for sale by owner. You guys want some of that?
I think
Yeah.
that's a good one because I do know a couple of my guys are working for sale by owner right now that are just starting and don't have a database or from here, so they don't have a lot of care calls to make. So it's good.
Yeah. Well, the for sale by owner one is right here in in the PDF. It's the first 2 pages, so you'll be able to see it. So, okay, who else wants to be the person right now I talk to that's a for sale by owner?
I don't hear.
Mm, mm,
Marcy,
mm.
you want to do it?
Sure.
I know we all have to get into our uncomfortable zone.
If we were in the classroom, I'd have my head down and be avoiding eye contact right now.
That's why you can't, because you're looking right at me in your picture. It's
Yeah.
easier to be the client than it is to be the agent. So
This is one of the general ones. I don't really use this one, although fundamentally there's many things that's the same as my approach. So, ring, ring.
Hello?
Yes, hi, my name is Keith. I'm calling about the property there on Smiling Hill Boulevard for sale.
Oh, are you looking to buy a house?
No, I'm not. I am with Keller Williams Realty here in downtown Edmond, and I keep up with this price range and this location of town, and I wanted to, make sure I'm aware of the property. How long have you had the house on the market?
Oh, not too long now.
Okay, I see. What kind of activity are you having right now during this COVID period?
Well, honestly, things, we're getting some phone calls, but we're being pretty cautious. We've only had a few showings.
Oh, I see. Now, the ad online says the property is 250,000. It's 3 bedrooms. Just so I can know, can you tell me a little bit more about the house there? By the way, what's your name?
This is Marcy.
Yes, Marcy. Can you tell me a little bit more about your house?
Oh, well, sure. It's really a nice house. We have done quite a bit of updating to it. And it's in a great area if you know the neighborhood. We've remodeled the kitchen and the bathrooms, and we've got some fresh paint and carpet. It shows really well. So we feel like we've got it priced well too.
I see. Yeah, it looks nice. That's why I called you. Marcy, if you don't get the property sold in the next few weeks, do you plan on talking to realtors to get your house listed and more exposed?
Oh, well, that's certainly an option.
I see. Do you see the value that a realtor can provide?
Oh, I know that realtors do provide value. We're just trying to give it an opportunity right now and see if we're able to sell it ourselves, trying to net as much as we can.
Sure. Well, I understand that, and I definitely respect that. Part of the value that we bring, Marcy, is we generally can produce a better final price than an individual can, plus a shorter time frame, and you don't have to spend all the energy marketing your house. And one of the main things right now is that we're going to be able to bring you a much higher quality buyer into your house, one that's more likely to be approved, one that's less likely to have a strange contingency or an insurance sort of settlement they're waiting for. I mean, realtors aren't going to deal with people like that. Good realtors out there are going to produce good buyers. And you mentioned at the top of the conversation, you're interested in being careful. So don't you think that would be a good value there for you and a good position to be in?
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Okay. Marcy, are you the only decision maker, or do you have a husband right now that is involved in the sale of the house?
Yes, my husband would also be part of the decision making.
Sure. Are you guys going to be around this weekend?
Well, we are. We probably aren't ready to do anything just yet.
Well, Marcy, when are you going to be ready?
Well, I think we haven't been doing this for too long, so maybe in 2 or 3 weeks.
May I ask you where you're going and when you need to be there?
We haven't really decided.
I'm sorry, you cut out. Can
We're
you say
probably
that
just going to stay local, though.
Oh, you're just going to stay local, so you don't have a time frame or anything.
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you have a time frame where you need to be somewhere, if you have a second mortgage, you're paying double rent somewhere, you know, the meter's running, and that's part of the value too, is we can minimize those expenses for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you over a marketing packet so you can take a look at my information. What's your best email, Marcy?
Well, you could send that to marcyleonard@kw.com.
Okay, I will do that. And I hope you have a good weekend. I'm going to follow up with you Monday. And, you know, depending on how things go this weekend for you, if you need to move your property and you're motivated to sell right now, maybe we can set an appointment on Monday. How's that sound?
Sure, you can call back Monday. That's fine.
Okay, I'll be doing that. Hey, Marcy, if any other realtors call, tell them you're working with me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, see ya.
All right. Bye.
Good job, Marcy. Good job, Keith.
Okay, now see, in my opinion, there's no one size fits all for sale by owner script, you know, because everybody goes different directions and different variations. There's 1,000 of them. So I don't go off a script, I go off sections. It's like, okay, they're going to take me down this road. Well, I got this part for them. They're going to take me down this road. I got this part for them. Or they want to start talking about discount brokers. By golly, I got you there too. You know, I'm going to go different directions. So I started off at the top of that script. I didn't really finish it though. I loosely stayed with it. You know, I mean, you got to ask questions. And if you ask questions, they're going to give you answers that don't stick with the script. So while some things, it's definitely better to stick with the script, for sale by owners, I think you can be more loose on.
Yeah, and I think with for sale by owners, the one biggest thing that the reason why they're doing a for sale by owner is because they think that they can net themselves more money if they're not paying a commission. And so going into it, you know that's probably going to be something that comes up. And so like with what Keith said, if you have 3 or 4 different rebuttals to certain things that they're saying is the reason why they don't want to list right now, they want to try it themselves. You know, you're in a hot spring market. Well, obviously, you know, houses sell quicker with real estate agents and net you more money. You know, why do you want to miss out on the hot opportunity that's going on right now with our spring market? You know, it's a little bit different when we're in the times we are right now, but, you know, just have some things in, you know, that you've read, you've listened to that will help you with answering some of those questions when a for sale by owner does give you a rebuttal like that.
Yeah. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
I like your aggressiveness.
Thank you, Robin. You want to be my role play partner for the next one, or are you still doing your contract?
I would be happy to be your role play partner.
Okay. I'm going to put this up on the screen here.
Am I supposed to read something?
No,
Good.
just be your normal self. And I can't believe I'm saying that, but just be your normal self.
Darn, I wanted to
Okay.
be someone else.
Okay. You guys see this right here, calling your database leads?
Yes, I see that you've used that one a lot.
Yeah, actually, I haven't used it a lot.
No?
I mean, I've just been using it a lot lately. In some of these little handwritten notes on there, there's a chance that those aren't censored, and so maybe. So who knows what we're going to see? But okay, this one I've been using a little bit to get a little bit more intentional with some people in my database, and this one is not going out to people that you've done business with in the past. This one is not going out to for sale by owner. Well, it could work for a for sale by owner. I mean, it could work for an expired. I guess you could modify it, but it's not for people that you have a really deep relationship with, or you've done business with in the past. I've been using this one because I'm involved in different civic organizations. I go to the gym, big church, all sorts of things like that. Even if you are in a dinner club with somebody, especially if they're, professional, they live in an area like Edmond, where everybody knows 17 realtors. It's not, do you know a realtor? It's, are you working with a realtor? You have a realtor that you're comfortable with. Now, if somebody lives in a more of a rural area or even a burb like a Midwest city or Del City, they're not going to know as many realtors probably. But I like this one because it flushes out. It flushes people out, and it helps you build more of a quality database. So okay, Robin is a guy that I've met through Rotary over the past couple of years, but we don't really have a really deep relationship with, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Robin, it's Keith May with Keller Williams Realty, and of course, we've gotten acquainted with through Rotary recently.
Hi, Keith. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying to stay productive during this time. How are you doing, Robin?
Well, I'm just about out of hand sanitizer, and I think I've wiped my house down until all the paint's falling off the walls, but I'm doing okay.
Hey, listen, during this time, I'm going through my contacts and, a lot of the folks that I know, and of course, you and I have become acquainted through Rotary, and I wanted to ask you, Robin, if you were in a position where you needed to, buy a house or sell a house or invest in real estate, do you already have an agent that you would work with here in Edmond or Oklahoma City?
Oh, I know several real estate agents around town here. I don't know if I necessarily have a go-to person that I would call. I'm kind of one of those people that just, if I see I see a house out there, I might just call whoever has a sign in the yard.
Well, I'm glad I called, Robin. I'd like to be a resource for you here in Edmond and Oklahoma City. I also work in some of the suburbs as well. And, what I do and my services include information on home values, property tax assessments. I can get you matched up with vendors, mortgage people for refinances. I do a lot of content I push out via social media and YouTube. And I'm going to send you my real estate card information. And, if you have a need, and if you want to feel like you're taken care of a little bit more than just blanketly calling a listing realtor, if you need something, call me and I'll do what I can to help you. Okay, Robin?
Can you help me with information on properties if I want to think about investing in one?
Oh, absolutely. That's part of my services as well. I'm an investor myself, and I've helped many of my clients over the years.
Really?
Invest. What specifically are you looking for, Robin?
Oh, I'm just kind of tired of watching the stock market ride up and down like a roller coaster, and thought maybe I might want to look at some other type of investment opportunities.
Great. Okay, now we've gone through the script, and this next part of the conversation is, that's a whole different deal, and we can just start talking about business. So let's run it back, Robin. This time, tell me that you do have a realtor that you're comfortable with when I ask you that.
You got it.
Hey, Robin, it's Keith May at Keller Williams. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Oh, I am doing fine. It's Friday afternoon, and it's going to be a nice weekend, and we're working. People are doing business, and I'm making a few more calls certainly during this time because there's not as many people meeting in person. Listen, Robin, obviously you and I have got acquainted in Rotary the last couple of years, and I wanted to reach out to you and see, should you need a real estate professional going forward to buy a house, sell a house, or invest? Do you already have an agent here in Edmond or Oklahoma City that you'd work with?
Well, yeah, it's funny you would ask. I actually work quite a bit with a guy in your office there. His name is Brian Cook. Have you ever heard of that guy?
Yes, I am familiar with him.
He's quite a golfer. I enjoy seeing him out at Oak Tree a lot playing golf. And he seems to really know his stuff.
He's a smart one.
Well, that's great. That's great. Robin, I want you to know if you're a second opinion with no obligation, I'll be happy to offer that to you. Let me send you my information. I don't know if I've sent you my real estate information since we've got included, and you can include me in your contacts. And if a situation comes up where you need a second opinion or even somebody to run something by, I'll be happy to do that, and we'll stay in touch. Okay, Robin?
Well, it would be nice to work with a fellow Rotarian. So yeah, send me your information and we can discuss it some more maybe at the next lunch.
Yes, yes. Hey, and by the way, Robin, who else do you know right now that could be looking to move that maybe I could help?
You know, I hear there's this lady, I think she's in Rotary. I'm not sure. I ran name's Marcy Leonard. I think she's looking for a house right now.
Oh, is it that lady that has the big hair that sits at the front table?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you sometimes you kind of have to lean over so you can see around her.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I tell you what, I actually have her card right here, and I'll reach out to her. I've always thought she's nice.
Cool. Oh, that sounds great. I hope that helps.
Okie doke, Robin. We'll stay safe, and I'll hopefully see you soon at our next meeting.
Okay. Thanks, Keith.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See, I like this one, and again, I think it goes to people that you're in a group with, and you don't just assume. I mean, you can just blanketly stick people in your database and start mailing them and emailing them, and maybe you still want to do it anyway. But sometimes you're like, yeah, is this person really? Do I really need to market to this person? So that's a way of flushing things out. And I like this one, and I've just started doing it. I've only actually done this one 5 or 6 times. And if they give me the no answer, or they don't really have anybody they're going to work with, I'm sticking them in my databases and start touching them. In this case, the one where Robin, he's working with somebody, especially in my office. Yeah, I probably wouldn't put him in there, but I'm definitely going to ask for a referral anyway, because just because he uses Brian or whoever else doesn't mean he's not going to refer me if he has somebody else that needs help, right?
Okay.
Have you ever used that one, Robin?
Kind of variations of it, yeah.
Okay.
That Cindy has a nice office there. She remodeled Susan's office, I guess.
I sure did.
It's cool how you have your picture up on the wall, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, I had him put some bricks on my wall, and we had it painted.
Cool. I would have gone for the shiplap, but bricks look nice.
Well, that was more expensive. We're cutting costs. These were just out on somebody's front yard.
Uh-huh.
Those bricks were out in someone's front yard. You just took
I'm
those?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's great.
Yeah, she just took them.
I like it.
Brian threw them in his truck, and they hauled them up here to the office.
Yeah, he would do that if it said free on the side. I'm not going to say he has not done that before.
As long as it's not a couch or mattress, please.
What's up next, Keith?
Well, that's what I've got. That's all I've got, actually, unless we just wanted to freelance, but I don't think there's really enough people on here this call that are probably going to want too much more of me. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have a question. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, he's going to do this next week too. And if we get good response, we'll keep up. So he'll do some different types of scripts next week, same time. But I think these were really good to get everybody started. I think some people just have a hard time getting started with how to have the conversations. They read it, they do it in their head, but having that where they see someone doing it in front of them or listening to them, I think is really good. Go ahead, TR.
I started. How did you get comfortable with your scripts? What did you do to kind of learn them and practice them when you first got started?
Who, me?
Yeah. You.
Okay. You just do them, and you mess up and you screw up and you get ridiculed and ripped and torn down, and you do it again the next day and you do it again the next day, and eventually you get good at them. I didn't start doing scripts until 07. I started in 99. You know, I was kind of one of those people that always rolled my eyes. I'm not going to do that. They don't work. They don't work. Well, they do work. And there's just no other way of saying they do work. You just got to do them. And nobody does it. I mean, nobody blocks out time in the morning or in the afternoon or at a prescribed time every single day and calls. They say they're going to, they don't. So if you do it, you're going to be a notch ahead, because again, the other people aren't going to do it.
Did you see a dramatic change in your business when you started doing it?
I don't know. I'm not real good with numbers as far as, I don't know, probably. I'm steadier, you know. I mean, my sort of philosophy is you're going to get so much business from your data, your own people, because just mathematically, you only know so many people, and people are only going to move so often. So, and this is something I used to learn and talk about with Drew. So if you want to increase, you got to add different legs, right? So yeah, I've had an increase. I mean, I've had a good increase. I mean, I've had one or two closings the last couple of weeks from for-sale by owners that I've picked up with this stuff, and I never would have got those people had I not. And it's sure handy to have a couple extra closings during this time, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Amen.
So.
Perfect. Anybody else have any questions for Keith?
This will put him on the spot. I just want to know if he ever gets nervous. Like, does he ever really mess up on the phone with someone? Or did you just get so good that that never happens anymore?
I mean, yeah, I mess up every now and then. I mean, you got to be on your game. You got to have their name in front of you. You got to have their address. You got to sound like you know what you're talking about. And just like anything else, there's some days where I'm like, yeah, you just grudge through it, right? And there's some days that I wake up, I can't wait to get to it, and everything else in between. But you just do it, and it's time on task over time. And the more you do anything, the better you get at it. And when you become good at something, guess what? You start to enjoy it.
Anybody
I
else?
think it will definitely help you get thicker skin the more calls you make.
Oh yeah, you can't worry about it. I mean, you got to have thick skin, no question. And sometimes when somebody's a jerk, and if I know that it's not productive, I'll just cut them off and delete them and not even call them again. Sometimes I'm ornery enough to keep on calling them because I can sharpen my skills, right? I can really go deep and practice these things.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on the situation.
Perfect. Well, does anybody else have any other questions? Let me check the chat box and make sure.
Hey, Robin, I shot an 88 last week in Guthrie.
Was there a witness there?
I shot an 88 in the morning, and I shot a 95 in the afternoon. The 95 has a witness. The 88 was just me alone, so there wasn't a witness.
It's okay. I'm sure you shot an 88.
A few mulligans, but I play by the rules.
Well, thank you guys. There's several people that have actually sent me messages too that said they're going to watch this later. So appreciate you taking the time out, Keith, to do this. And like I said, we'll do it again next week, and we'll have some different scripts. Since we are recording it, you can always go back and play them. I am working on a YouTube channel so we can store our videos there, but they'll also be on the Facebook page. So the YouTube channel is going to be KWCO Connect. So anyways, if that is all, then Keith will send me a copy of those scripts and I will get them put up on the Facebook page with the video. Thank you guys.
Okay, see ya.
Have a great day.
Bye, everybody. Stay
Bye.
safe.